Hello everyone, my name is Jay Point and this is my tutorial on beat matching. I'm going to show you the basic method of beat matching and hopefully answer some of your questions along the way. First, what is beat matching? Beat matching is a mixing technique used to establish similar tempos between two or more tracks. Before we get to the actual mixing, it's important to know a few parts of your setup that you'll be using. Whether it's a turntable, CD, or MIDI controller setup, these primary functions are the same. There are many other components, however I just want to go through what I feel are the essentials for beat matching. I'm going to be using the Pioneer DDJ-S1 for my demonstration. This is a MIDI controller. A MIDI controller is a USB to analog device used for controlling computer-based DJ software to emulate a turntable and mixer setup. The program this controller is compatible with is Serato Itch. The crossfader is a transitional slide control on a mixer for fading in one channel while fading out the other. You can make adjustments to this as you see fit. For instance, turntablists and scratchers may have the bleed of the fader at a minimum to better be able to catch the scratch sound and perform certain scratches. The gain is a control which increases or reduces track output levels. This can also be done through the fader. Generally, this is used to adjust the volume if the system is peaking. The fader, as just mentioned, is a sliding control used to adjust volume of the tracks on a mixer. The platter is the top section of the turntable. The high, mid, and low are the different frequencies of a track controlled by EQ. Lows are around 100 Hz and can be up to 240 Hz. Once you drop below 20 Hz, sounds are not heard as much as they are felt, hence the association with bass. Mids are usually 100 Hz to 3 kHz, while high frequencies are around 12 kHz. Pitch control on DJ equipment is used to alter the pitch of a track. Chopped and screwed tracks are a good example of this. When you slow down the track, you deepen the tone of it. When you speed it up, you can achieve that chipmunk voice sound. The play and pause button is pretty self-explanatory. It is the button that begins playing or pausing a track. The tempo slider is the slider used to manually adjust the tempos of a track. And finally, the sync button is used to sync the tempos of the songs together. This does not mean that the tracks will line up automatically in a program. It just means that the two tracks will match up tempo-wise. Those are the basic terms that you will come across when talking about beat matching. Pitch is controlled by percentage. Say you increase a song with a tempo of 100 beats per minute by 1%. The new beat per minute would be 101. If you decrease that same song by 1%, the new BPM would be 99. There is a mathematical equation you can use to figure out what percentage you need to adjust a track by to match the tempos. That equation is 1 minus track 1 divided by track 2. Let's use an example where track 1 has a tempo of 128 beats per minute and track 2 is at 126 beats per minute, and we want track 1 to match track 2's tempo. 128 divided by 126 gives you 1.01583. 1 subtracted by that gives us the result of negative 0.015873, which when simplified into percentage equals negative 1.59%. Let's do another quick equation, this time reversing the tracks. Track 1 is now at 126 and track 2 is now at 128. When we do the exact same equation, we come up with the answer of 1.56%. To check that this works out, multiply the percentage you get by the track you're adjusting, and you should get the tempo that you were looking for. And now, you're ready to beat match. Once you've decided which tracks you want to play, you'll load the tracks to the designated channels. The first thing that you're going to need to do is make sure that the two individual tracks' tempos are the same. In this example, both tracks are the same at 128 beats per minute. What I like about Itch is that if you analyze for a beat grid, it divvies the track into measures, each measure consisting of 4 bars or beats. The first beat of the measure I call the downbeat. First, press the play button on the side of the track that you want to start. What you see me do now is set a loop so that this repeats itself. What I want to do next is start the second track on the downbeat of the first one. Since the tempos are the same, they will stay synced together and there shouldn't be any adjustments needed. What we're going to do now is bring the crossfader over from the left to the center so that both tracks are now being outputted. When you're ready, you can slide the fader over to the right side to complete the transition. And there you have it. That's the basics to beat matching. There are many ways to manipulate the transition, but we don't want to get ahead of ourselves yet and just focus on being able to start a track on the downbeat and making sure that the tracks play at the same tempo. I hope I did a thorough enough job explaining so you have a better grasp on beat matching. If you have any questions, feel free to email me at jpoint@gmail.com. If you like what you see and learn something, please comment. It would be greatly appreciated. Once again, my name is Jay Point. Have a good one.